You had Kam Kam, who was using different accents. She did it in Atlanta, right? At that first rally. And then she does these 2 union stops, one in Pennsylvania, one in, I believe it was Michigan. And she gives basically the same speech, but she does it in totally different voices. And there's some footage, and we'll show it in a second. But there's lots of discussion about this, right? There's lots of outrage over the fact that she's just that much of a pandering politician, which it's not just her. She's just really bad at it. But Peter Doocy from Fox News decides to bring it up to KJP in the press room, and here's how that went.
Since when does the vice president have what sounds like a southern accent?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
I mean, this is...
She was talking about unions in Detroit using one tone of voice.
Is this something that
same line.
Okay, Peter.
That she used the same line in Pittsburgh, and it sounded like she at least had some kind of a southern drawl.
I mean, do you hear the question that you're... I mean, do you think Americans seriously think that this is an important question? They care... You know what they care about? They care about the economy. They care about lowering costs. They care about health care. That's what Americans care about.
So
that's what they want to hear.
This is something...
They care about. Your colleague just asked me about what basically we talked about, went back and forth about democracy and freedom. That's what they care about. I'm not even going to entertain some question about the press. It's just hearing it sounds so ridiculous.
Well, but hearing it is...
The question I'm talking about, the questions is just insane.
Is that how she talks in meetings?
I'm just Peter. We're moving on. We're still moving around. Go ahead.
Come on, KJP. Oh man, I love that she starts off with, "Did you even hear your question?" Which is a total put down. Or she starts off before that saying, "I don't know what you're talking about." Yes, you do. I guarantee you. Someone has said, like, maybe we should cut this out because it's not working well. And people probably pushed back and said, no, this is the way we do it. You got to do this. You use a different accent and different skin toners for every place you go. But she says, do you hear a question? And then she's like, is this serious? Do you think that Americans care about this? The answer is yes. Because people want real people, genuine people. Now, I don't know many of them. But I know for certain that no one in D.C. is genuine. They just aren't. So that is a fair question. It is a question that people are asking. People care about the economy, healthcare, all these things. Yes, they do. Absolutely. And they're all in dire straits, mostly because of you and Joe and your handlers. But they want to know who's going to fix that. And it's not a good look when the person who's going out claiming to fix it, claiming, I got the plan. What's Trump say? Okay, that's what we're going to do, using that and then doing different accents and voices every time. It's absolutely absurd.
It's totally absurd, and the reason why they do it is it's simple. She's pandering. Let's not forget, Kamala Harris was born in Berkeley, lived there up until her parents got divorced, and then spent her formative years as a teenager in Canada, in Montreal.
Yeah.
She has nothing to do with the South at all. But you see this typically happens with any kind of Democrat politician when they go to the South. They all of a sudden put on this weird affected accent. You never hear it from them when they go to the North. You never hear Kamala Harris in Boston talking about, it's so wicked hot out here, you know, I gotta go get me some lobster, you know, we're gonna go, that retarded kid over there. You never hear them talk like that. It's
right.
Always in the South where you hear this pandering. And I'm just waiting. Well, a lot of people, a lot of white liberals in particular, have this view of the South that they get from movies, TV, where it's like always a million degrees, Southerners are always sweating, air conditioning hasn't been invented in the South, and they always pull out like a red bandana to like dop their foreheads and then wash up and throw water in their face because it's so
declare.
hot. Get a nice tea, and then they cut to like a ceiling fan where the blades are moving as slowly as humanly possible. impossible. It's like even the ceiling. There's no AC in the South, but even the ceiling fans don't move at a particularly high rate of speed.
Right.
So they have all these stereotypes in their heads, and it just comes out. And unfortunately, the South is the only place where you can actually actively make fun of people and still get away with it.
Yeah. No, that's true. It is true.
Mike Lindell here, and like you, I see our country being destroyed daily. We face massive economic issues, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, there are people in power who threaten the values that have made our country great. Well, I've been a believer in gold and silver for a long time, and I've searched for years for a partner that shares my values. Well, Genesis Gold Group showed me how easy it is to protect your IRA, 401k, or your retirement with gold and silver. Their faith-driven approach to service and stewardship is one that stands out from the rest.
To get your free definitive gold guide and get started learning more about investing in gold and protecting your retirement from uncertain times, visit treasureandtrust.com now. Fill out the basic contact form and a member of the team will be in touch. Again, that's treasureandtrust.com or call 855-625-7760.